Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sailor Nation Sports. And we are here at the Lakeshore Ice Arena, Joe, and tell you what, Media Day here for us, brother.
Well, it's Media Day for us, and it is for this Mona Shores hockey team.
Well, we matter,
we
Joe.
are glad
we matter.
that Sailor Nation Sports Network, we're the ones that count.
Yep, Sailor
the
Nation
worldwide
Sports.
leader in high school sports.
Oh, you stole my line, you dirty dog, but that's okay. And, Joe, who do we have here tonight?
Well,
Come on, brother.
we've got the Mona Shores hockey team here. Chris Benedict, the head coach, and Papa T, the general manager, I suppose. I'm not sure what your exact title is, but
depends on the day.
Yeah, and they probably call you many things throughout the week, don't they? So, thanks for joining us, guys. We're proud to be able to be here and bring you guys on and get a little bit of information about this season as we go, and make sure that we get some of these players in here as well. We'd love the opportunity to showcase these athletes. So, thanks for joining us, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it.
And you guys are in the mix of practicing right now. I mean, you're good to go. First game is coming up. When?
Yeah, we're in game week.
Are you in game week already?
Yep. Our first game is Saturday, 3:30 here against Reese Puffer. So just right off the bat.
Geez, right off the bat, you start out hot and heavy, Coach.
Let's get it with the rivalry. Yeah.
Let's go.
Wow. Yeah.
Is that something that you look forward to, is finally breaking those skates out on the ice and some gameplay?
Yeah. You know, for us, like last year was it was just on and off, on again, off again. Not sure when we were going to be able to play. So, you know, just to have a little bit of normalcy. Last year we started tryouts, had a week of practice. Boom, we're done till January. We started back up. So just the fact that we've been able to have tryouts, continue into practice, know that November 20th is circled on the calendar, and we'll be ready to go then. So it's
Are you under any COVID protocols to follow? Testing, wearing masks, social distancing? Is there any MHSAA guidelines that you have to follow at the point, or are you just COVID's not even here? Let's just say, you know, in the worst case scenario that, or best case, it's gone and.
For the most part, yes. We don't have anything that we need to do. We try to make sure that the players stay vigilant on what they're doing. When we do go on the road, I'll have them wear masks on the bus.
Oh, okay.
Just to be safe, and I think actually I think Mr. Conrad makes us if it's a school bus. So. But you know, if it keeps us on the ice, and and the only thing you have to do is wear a mask, so be it, right? Right.
Yeah.
At this point, they don't have to wear them while they're playing, so
that's a good thing.
They're very happy about that.
Yeah.
There was some.
And your general manager, how long has he been with you? I mean, God, talking about Paul's been a staple in forever. It seems like.
So I'm not sure how long he's been here, but this is my 8th season.
And he's been with you 8 years?
Been with me the entire 8 years, and
man,
God. So Paul, welcome to Sailor Nation Sports. How long have you been around hockey, my friend?
How long have I been around hockey or this team?
Well, let's just go hockey first.
You got a calculator?
Yeah, it would be.
Ballpark it, big boy.
That would be about 25 years, probably.
Wow.
Very nice.
And 25 years. And so was Sailor hockey, Shores hockey? How many years?
I think this is the 15th team I've helped put together. Yeah.
Wow. So you're a staple. You're the one that has gone through not only all of the different athletes, but several coaches.
Seen a lot of kids.
A lot of different
lot of
people have come in and out through here.
Met a lot of good people. Worked with a lot of great people. Learned a lot from a lot of different people. So it's not.
That's
awesome. It's an accumulative thing, right? I learned a lot from Benny. I learned a lot from Patty Rabbit and Dan Quain and Charlie Link and all those guys that I came up through. And I still talk to Sean Zimmerman. So I try to pick up little bits and pieces everywhere and try to hit good points as we try to pull things together for a season.
Do other teams have a Papa T, a Paul Tiefenthal?
No, let me answer that one. No, so every team I talk to, they always say, we need a Papa T for our team. And yeah, I guess he told me that Grand Haven made an offer to him, and
I think Keegan asked me what it was going to take, and I was like, nah.
Well,
So
I'll tell you what, I can just tell by the way that the 3 years now I think we've been involved with covering in some fashion Sailor hockey, and your presence is very much felt with all the different operations around there, and that's from really an outsider. I can only imagine how you can speak to it.
yeah, I mean, Paul is, I gotta tell everyone, he's the glue that holds us together, and I'd be lost without Papa. He does so much for the program, and he's squirming on the inside right now because he hates this. But,
Well,
but
exactly.
It's well deserved.
Yeah.
It's well deserved.
But how great is it to, other than all these other accolades, and God bless you for what you do, Papa, but all you have to do is show up and coach.
No,
It's
and-
all you have to do.
that's-
And God, what a blessing it is
That's
to
what we try
have
to
this
do
guy.
in
Is
my
just
board.
show up and coach and not worry about anything because it's going to be done. And it's going to be done first class.
Yeah, no, and
Chris.
it's a blessing. It really is.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
I mean, there's coaches that have reached out to me like, where do you get your jerseys? Do they order X amount nameplates or this or that? And
I don't know.
I text my board all the time, and Papa, I say, I'm so thankful for you all because they take care of everything and allow me to come to the rink and work on the hockey side of it, and it's awesome. I love
And
it.
Paul, we give you a lot of credit because you've been kind of that recurring glue, if you will,
Right.
like each single year. But you have an incredible amount of board help as well,
Yes, that was
correct?
where I was going. My hockey boards over the year have been second to none, right? And there's always parents going, I don't know what you guys are going to do when I'm gone and do this, and it doesn't matter. Somebody steps up, somebody takes care, and right now, our board's bulletproof. I mean, all we got to do is throw a text out, and I got 3 women working on it. Or better yet, Kevin Jackson.
Kevin.
3 women or Kevin.
So the women
Yeah.
and Kevin.
Yeah. In fact, there's some here today.
Yeah.
They're here making sure everything. They actually just did the picture case in the lobby, updated the pictures for this year just now. So.
So, and I witnessed that. We witnessed that firsthand, actually, when we got the pleasure of going to the Chelsea showcase with you guys. And the spread of food and the organization, that's all your board that
That's
does
all
that,
my
correct?
board,
Yeah.
100%.
Well, that's a lot of credit goes to them
you'll
as well.
You'll see it live, and then when we go to Marquette this year, you'll see it get rolled out as we
So
go.
this board, it's the parents of
Yes,
the players.
with the exception of me. I'm not a
It-
parent.
Yep.
I'm just
No.
Papa.
Yeah, right. Well, you're there. You're in essence, you're the godfather of
Yes.
So yes, it is.
Sailor
but-
hockey, for
but
heaven's sake.
we are actually our own 501c. So it's almost just like a little company. And we have a board. We have a treasurer, president, vice president, treasurer.
Okay.
We have all the fundamentals that you have to have that.
And then so all your
accreditation.
fundraisers comes up and
Yep,
everything
yep.
gets allocated a certain
Like we
way.
did the bowling fundraiser last Saturday night, and it was a pretty good success for us. We had a good time. Good. So yeah.
Wow.
So let's talk hockey.
Sure.
Let's talk hockey. Comparatively from last year to this year, you throw COVID in there. You throw the loss of a beloved teammate in there for last year, and this team excelled in the midst of all of that. Really, I mean, they did a tremendous amount of job. How much of that success last year do you feel is already carrying over, kind of in memory of what was with with Brennan and then a season that wasn't normal? Now you've kind of got a regular season. What are you using to kind of grab that and catapult it forward?
Yeah, I mean, we have a great group of captains and a lot of returners from last year, and even the new guys that are coming in have been around. They're friends with players, so even the guys that weren't here have felt that. Like and I mean, losing Bren, that was a district-wide loss. And,
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think our success last year, opened the eyes of even our players that were on the team last year. And losing to Byron Center, it was tough. They had bigger goals. We had bigger goals, and obviously it just wasn't meant to be. But it's really driven that hunger for this year. So
it's almost like unfinished business carrying over to this new season, really, what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Because you didn't meet the goals all the way through. Other than bringing back a state championship, your goals are out there.
Always.
It's like football, it's like basketball, it's like every sport.
Every year.
The bottom line is you want to bring home a state championship.
If you're not, oh my gosh, these guys are doing.
Oh, they're having
shots,
fun
they're
over there on
having
the
a good
green
time.
screen, yeah.
Oh boy,
They're enjoying it.
I hope you all enjoy what you're about to see later. No, absolutely. They're playing with a little chip on their shoulder. And a little bit of a revenge tour this year, and it's hard to say revenge tour because we ended up 14-3-1 last year. So
yeah, there's not a lot of payback out of those.
There's not a lot of payback.
No,
It's at that very end where you're going to want to push through. That's where your focus. It's one game at a time.
14-3-1 puts that target a little bigger on our chest this year too.
Well, and you're going to get everybody's best game.
Yes, we are.
All the time.
And you know what? That's what we want. That's why we make the schedule as tough as we do. We could throw 25 cupcake games on there and let our guys score 100 points a season, but at the end of the
you're not going to see the cupcakes
year,
in the postseason, though.
Right.
No.
Right. They won't be there.
Let's talk about returning talent and new talent. Obviously, you graduated. How many seniors off of the team last year?
Six. Yep. 6 seniors.
How many first-line seniors?
So we lost Andrew Taylor off the top line.
Right, yeah.
And Scotty Codner and Cole Myers we lost. And obviously TJ Habitler and that was a big one for us.
Huge, yeah.
And then Tyler Jaworski. And to answer the question, the guys we have coming in are adequate replacements for guys we lost. Obviously, different personalities, but equivalent talent-wise.
But now, see, I think you're downplaying it. From what I hear from my sources on the outside, these guys are almost like
hockey sources.
I got sources on at 65 years old.
Lighting is one.
I've got a lot of sources. When I'm told from my sources outside of hockey here, he brought in some serious ringers right here. Okay, some.
All right, so Nick called me out.
Okay,
I wouldn't say we brought them in.
We didn't.
Okay, did they? Okay, how do you get these ringers at? And just for the fun of it,
we don't have any ringers. We got players.
You got players. You got top notch. How do they find out about?
Let's not put their head any bigger.
Okay, we won't. Okay.
Let's stick with us.
The guys that you brought in though are different level type kids.
So, like we talked at the football game. The hockey's a different animal than say football or baseball, where they're all in an organization and you see them all the way up. Like hockey, you can go anywhere you want.
Correct.
So the big AAA program around here is Fox, and a lot of our players have gone to Grand Rapids to play AAA, and that was it's always been a struggle for us to have those 2, 3, 4. When we won a regional championship a few years ago, we lost in the quarterfinals in overtime to Forest Hills Northern Eastern, and we had 7 guys playing AAA hockey.
If you have those kids back with you, how far do you go then?
Are
they different makers?
100%.
Okay, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah,
so the kids that came in,
anyone playing at that level is going to be a difference maker.
Okay,
so we were able this year to replace our guys that we lost with those caliber kids.
What brought them back?
I think a lot of it has to do with the guys. They're so close with each other. Our success in the last couple of years, and
coaching. See, he's going to score.
I actually he is, but
it's true.
It really is.
They won't come back unless you got a good coach and winning a couple conference championships, and you're building a program. You're not building a team. So you're building a program over the years, and it makes the kids want to come back and play, and that's what you want.
And it's funny you mention that, because we got some transfers, and sure, you win 2 back-to-back state championships. Right. You got some other kids now that say, I want to be part of this program because we know the coaching staff, we know the community is there.
I knew he'd dig football into it somewhere, right?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. I mean, back
you know, with any sport, you really, as a player, you want to be part of something, and whatever you want to be part of really is driven by the captain of the ship. And at this point, it's the coaching staff, and really you've created something that's drawing them back. So
they have a great staff.
His staff is probably 3 of them could be head coaches anywhere.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sure.
So those kids, those level 3 kids, they're Shores kids?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So they're all Shores kids. So they're not out from anywhere.
No,
so like you said, they know everybody.
Yeah. So like in football, like there's no at high school. I mean I don't know a whole lot about it, but I don't think there's anywhere that they could go play instead of high school.
Right.
So when they get to the high school level, you're either freshman, JV, or varsity.
You're correct.
Hockey, you can play house, you can play travel, you can play AAA, you can go play juniors and pay $20,000 a year.
Wow.
To play. Yeah. So there's a lot of competition for players.
Yeah. Well, I honestly, like I said, to bring players back from those, it really does talk a lot about.
Yeah,
let's talk. You mentioned your coaching staff.
Yeah.
Who makes up your staff, and what type of experience are you bringing in to help you with creating this
So
culture?
I've got Tim Horenowich, who runs my forwards. This is his 10th year with the team.
Wow.
And Tim has played in the National Hockey League and pro for a long time. So he's very, very well knowledgeable
of
the game. And and great. He's great with the kids. And then Mark Villeneuve, who's played professionally for a long, long time. He runs my defense, and he's more of the nice guy coach, unless he gets upset. But he jokes around with the players a lot.
There's always that assistant that's the nice guy. And every staff has that guy.
Yep. And then I have Carl Howell, who is my goaltending coach. And he's been around for a super, super long time. He played college hockey back when they didn't wear helmets or masks at Michigan State. And, he's just so knowledgeable about the position. And actually, Carl was the Division II Assistant Coach of the Year last year.
Wow!
In hockey.
Congratulations to him.
Yep. And then to round out my staff, I brought TJ Habitler back as a graduate assistant to help out. Yeah. Well, Carl's having a hard time. He's getting a couple knees done, so getting out on the ice. So TJ's his runner, and he'll skate over and tell the goalies what he said from the bench. Yeah, Carl's at every practice, sitting on the bench, so great staff.
In what position do you coach? Or what? Because I heard this guy does this guy does this guy does.
So I oversee everything.
You're the overseer, right? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this season opens this Saturday, correct? Yep. It's at home.
At home.
And 3:30, correct?
3:30. Yeah.
And it is fan appreciation. Did I see that? Student appreciation.
Yep.
So we need to make sure to. Hopefully, we can get this out quick enough to make sure that people see this before Saturday. And
it hit all social media today, so there was an announcement today that went out.
Good.
As well as at the school. So we want to get kids here. So
one of the things that I've seen over the last few years is there's a little bit more interest in hockey from the school, from the students actually coming in, and people really enjoying this. Do you see that continuing on this year as well?
Yeah, I do, and I hate to say it, but I mean it's driven by success. I mean it was
every sport is.
When I played, hockey was the sport. I mean they were successful, and it was flip-flop with football, and now football is doing great, and it's got a big following, and and it's driven by success, and we keep being successful, then people are going to.
It's driven by success, but it's also driven by the culture that you want your program to be, and the type of student athletes that you want. It's kind of like Matt. It's it's a change in culture, and pre-Matt, and because Matt's I'm the third head coach I've been since my 20 years at Shores, it's we're there for the band. We're there for halftime. Well, the band does a great job, and I'm never going to downsell. But now it's band and football.
Yeah.
Now it's you guys right now because you've changed the culture. Look at you got 3 ringers coming back that were real high end that are Shore's kids that want to be part of this culture right now.
Correct. Yep.
And that's a tribute to all of you, your assistant, to the board. I mean, your board has.
And the great news is from tryouts, we've seen a lot of young kids. And our freshman class looked really strong at tryouts. So
we're very excited.
So we've got some young kids coming up through too. So we're pretty excited about that.
Is there JV hockey? Is there freshman hockey like there is baseball and football and basketball? There's not.
As to what Chris said, those kids are playing travel hockey at a midget level or a bantam level, pretty much anywhere's in the area. So
wow.
What's the ceiling for this season, do you think? What's your prediction?
You had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah. And if it's too superstitious to talk about it, that's absolutely fine.
Predictions.
A little bit. You know, I would expect us to be there in the end of the year, wherever that's at. And that didn't sound very good.
No, because you're beating around it. To be there, where?
It could be the first round. It better not be, but
okay.
If you told me, if you talked to me after the season and said, before, would you have believed that you made it to USA Arena for semifinals or the Frozen Four? Were you surprised? I would tell you, no, I wasn't surprised. Obviously, the kids need to play. They got to avoid injuries. They're getting a lot of outside. You guys, state championship or bust, and this and that. So there's that cloud that's hanging over them a little bit, and that doesn't help. And Mr. Conrad came up today and talked to them a little bit about expectations and just kind of talked to them about football a little bit and
that's a great analogy. I thought we could have made a really deep run this year. But the injury bug finally caught up with Coach Koziak and the kids. Your quarterback, your starting center, this kid, it's 3 started. Does that change the outcome?
You need the talent. You need a little bit of luck down the line, too.
That's exactly right.
You've got to have a little bit of luck. You got to have good athletes, good coaches, but you got to have that luck. You got to stay healthy. You lose 2 or 3, kids. Boy, it changes the dynamics of your team completely.
That's what I tell people. And like we played Byron Center last year, they were 20-0 when we played them.
Wow.
Going to the season prior, I think they were 27-28-0. They had won 28 games in a row. And Brother Rice,
incredible.
Brother Rice scored a fluky goal with 0.6 seconds left to beat them in the state championship. So, anything can happen.
Little luck. Just need a little luck.
We've got the talent to do it, but we need the other pieces to fall into place. So.
Need a few breaks here and there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great question.
Yeah.
Great answers. Who's tough in our area in order to get to the Frozen Four? Byron Center going to be good again?
Yeah.
Did they graduate a lot?
So our region is, there's...
Are you Division 1, 2? What's hockey broken down into?
We're in Division 2. We're actually a Division 3 hockey school, but we've always opted up to Division 2 mainly because we liked that game against Reese Puffer. And then for the longest time, Reese Puffer got bumped up to Division 1. And we just stayed in 2.
I didn't know you had a choice. I mean, we're learning something here.
You can't go down, but you can go up if you want.
Okay.
So we've just stayed in Division 2, and our regional will be tough again. It's the same regional we had last year, plus Reese Puffer. Reese Puffer got bumped back down.
They were in our region last year.
Oh, no, not Reese, Manistee. Sorry.
Yes.
Reese Puffer was in it, but Manistee is now in.
How do you bump down? Enrollment?
Yes. Yep, okay. Enrollment. And I just found, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but we're hosting regionals this year. So
fantastic.
That's
great.
We'll
have to.
We'll have to look at
for that.
Certainly,
we'll work with the MHSAA.
Public yet, but Sorry,
Well,
Mr. Conrad.
Yeah.
We'll check and maybe edit that part out if we need
right,
to.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to let you guys go. We've taken a lot of your time here tonight, and we're going to get some other players in here. But
I do want to mention one more thing,
Yeah,
if
go
I
ahead.
can.
Yeah, sure.
You got a big travel game, and we get to be part of this travel game. Fill everybody in about.
It's a travel weekend.
It's not a travel game. It's a weekend.
It's a weekend.
You better pack extra underwear.
Yeah, I got my Depends. Don't worry about that at 65. But tell us
Not that
about.
long. We'll stop and let you go.
wait till you turn 65, big boy. You see how that bladder works, okay? But tell us about that weekend. Is it a special weekend? I mean, is it a tournament? I mean, is it or did they invite you up? Tell us about it.
So, easy answer. No, there's really nothing special about it.
Okay, you just want to go to the
Other
UP
than we're
and-
going to play a little different competition, Marquette and Escanaba. Marquette is usually a powerhouse in Division II.
Okay.
They lost to Byron Center in the semifinals last year.
Okay.
So they've always been
An established
really good.
program with a good
And
tradition.
Always a strong team. To
Oh yeah, they're in the UP for
competition.
heaven's sakes. Yeah, it's hockey.
So,
now.
and we had this on the schedule for last year.
Okay.
Us and Reese Puffer are both going up. So we'll play Marquette Friday night, and they'll play Escanaba, and then we'll flip-flop
Oh,
on
Puffer's going to be up there as well.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and then hopefully they return the favor and come down here next year, but
Well, that would be
they
fun.
better.
it'd be really nice. Yeah.
But we're honored to be joining you
Yes.
guys and bringing it back to the people that can't come. I mean, we're
That's gonna be,
excited.
Yeah, absolutely. We're super excited about that. And, obviously, to be able to bring that game from the top of the state all the way back here to the Sailor fans. I mentioned it to Principal Bustard, and she was ecstatic about the fact that we were going to be able to do that. So it's our pleasure to be able to do that, and thanks for partnering with us.
So I have a question for you guys. Is that the
sure.
furthest that you guys will have done a game from? Or?
Yeah, I mean, other than
yeah.
that, it'd been Ford Field,
Yeah.
but certainly distance-wise, this will be
distance-wise,
this will be the
absolutely.
furthest, so.
But it'll give us a good chance for the Youpers to hear what we're bringing them to them. And not only that, but I have to miss my football banquet, and I'm willing to do that for you guys.
Well, thanks.
Look at that. Yeah,
Maybe they'll
well,
go live and we can watch it.
yeah, maybe we'll go live because it's going to be at
Sailor Nation
Fricados.
Sports is going to be with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody can get
but you know what? They can watch it down at the so that'll be fun.
That's
All
right.
right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Benedict, Paul Tiefenthal, Papa T, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a couple of the players. Welcome back to Sailor Nation Sports Network, where we continue some of the interviews that we have here. We just finished up with Coach Benedict and Papa T, but now we have with us Mr. Nanna.
How we doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Not too bad. So tell everybody out there, full name, what's your grade, that kind of stuff, and what position you play.
My name's Jake Nanna. I'm in 11th grade, and I'm a center.
How long you been playing hockey?
Oh, God, let's see. 14 and a half, 15 years-ish now.
So basically out of the womb,
yeah.
pretty much out of the
yeah.
womb. His first gift was a stick, probably.
Second birthday. Got skates for my birthday.
Seriously.
How many of these players that you play with are of the same caliber, I guess, where they've started that young and really come into hockey
I feel like a lot of our teams started really young. I feel like hockey's a different sport when it comes to all that. Like, if you don't start when you're young, it's kind of hard to get into it. But I feel like the majority of our team has definitely started under the age of 5, probably.
Do you have any rinks at home? Does Dad put a rink out in the yard during the wintertime, anything like that?
At our old house we used to, but we moved out to Nunica a couple years ago because I was playing for Meyer AAA in Grand Rapids, and then moved back here now, just finished building our house, so we haven't really had a chance to there yet.
Is there enough room there to do one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is that the plan?
His new house is gorgeous.
I know.
Yeah, it's too sweet.
I see the updates on Facebook all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah, you
man.
post them every day.
It's a beautiful house. So tell us about this season. Coming into this season, how do you feel about it?
You know, I'm really excited for this season. There's a lot of potential with what our team can do this year. We have a lot of talent that came back, and I just feel like last year we had a really good chance, did what we could do, and obviously it didn't go down the way that we wanted it to at the end there against Byron Center. But as much as it did hurt losing those seniors last year, I feel like we definitely brought in talent this year that's going to equal that out, if not better, and I feel like we're going to have a really solid season this year.
Who are those new talent players that came in?
Oh, let's see. There's a good amount. We got Leppy, defenseman number 3, moved here. Jack Reelman, he came back from Fox Motors. Nick Kelly came back from Fox Motors. He's a goalie. Librant came back from Fox Motors. He's a goalie. Or he's not a goalie, sorry. He's a forward. Ethan Ring, he was playing JV and just came up this year. He's a forward too. We got a couple others. There's a good amount of rookies this year. Brayton Conrad, Brooks Robinson. You know, we got a lot of people coming in that's really going to help our team this year that I think is going to surprise a lot of people when they see unfamiliar names out there.
You mentioned the growth that you guys had with your team last year, and that was in the midst of COVID.
Yeah.
And then losing a beloved teammate in Brennan.
Yeah.
How many is obviously that carries over? That's going to carry for years. So you guys are still wearing the patch on your
for sure. I mean, we still got our patch here on our white uniforms. We have it on the shoulder up here. Like, he's with us all the time.
Is that something? Were these players that you're bringing back from some of the other level 3 player stuff? Were they all students last year at Shores? Any of them coming back not as familiar with the whole thing?
So all of them were around. They were all like familiar with the team and that different kind of thing. So I feel like even if the kids weren't on the team last year, they're still going to be affected by that and realize how much that brings our team together. So even if it is a new person and they weren't on the team with him, that kind of thing, it's still that thing that's like, it's in the locker room. Like, we're always like thinking about him type thing. Like, we're still together as a family.
That's what I was going to say. How much of last year, success, struggles, the bonding, how much is that carrying over? Is it still pretty strong in there?
Yeah, I'm actually, our locker room's clicking well. The rest of our team's clicking well. I feel like we have still a really strong bond in our locker room. Even the new kids, that's another, leaning back onto that. I feel like I could go up to most of them and trust them just as much as I would some of these returners. And it's a good feeling knowing that you're going to the locker room every day and it's like a family in there, not just a group of random kids.
Question regarding the new kids, buddy. What takes a kid away from Shores hockey? What makes them want to come back like those 3 guys?
You know, taking them away from Shores could be...
Well, not taking away, but they say, okay, Jake, you know, I like Shores hockey, but I want to go to a different level. What makes a kid think they can go to a different level, and then all of a sudden, God, Shores is doing really good. I want to come back. Give me that attitude. If it was you.
That's hard, you know, honestly. I feel like a lot of that stems off the fact that we had a successful year last year, successful year my freshman year.
And they want to be part of it.
And I think they want to be a part of that. And I think that's one of those things where you think of Shores hockey 4 or 5 years ago, you don't think of successful winning program. You think of it the last 2 years, you think, oh, that's Shores. Like, if I want to win hockey games, I'm going to go play for the Mona Shore Sailors. That's just how that's working at this point. So we just got to carry that over this year with a good mentality. All of us got to work hard together, be as good as we can on and off the ice. That's going to be a big factor for us, too.
Academically speaking.
Exactly.
Academically speaking.
Yes, academics are going to be... If we can all keep our academics together, that's going to be a huge.
Well, you know how Coach Kozak, you know, academic, and I'm sure your level is right up there as well with it.
For sure. I mean, we've been academic all state both years I've been here.
That's wonderful.
We try to keep everything together. We have scheduled study hall if kids are slipping in their classes.
Oh, you do?
Like that. We get together as a team, work through that stuff. We have alumni that come back and help us in the classes and that kind of stuff.
That is fantastic.
So we do a lot of stuff to try to get that stuff taken care of and make sure we can put our best foot forward at all times. But I mean, obviously there's still going to be struggles with it, but we're just going to keep trying to do everything we can to make.
Who's your toughest competition this year?
You know, that's hard to say because, I mean, people think of us last year and they think like they're going to base it off that, but I think it's a completely different team. I mean, you look at Byron Center, they were really good last year, beat us, and then they lost a ton of seniors. So like after, like, because I haven't seen anybody else play yet, that's obviously going to be tough. I still believe Byron Center is going to be a really good challenge for us.
You guys open up Saturday with Puffer. Now, crosstown rivals, bragging rights. Guys grew up together, played together.
Exactly.
How tough is that going to be?
The Puffer game's a huge game for us every year. I mean, we haven't beat them in 3 years. So,
Seriously?
Seriously. But
Wow.
you know, it's always a fun game stepping out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you guys will probably be there. You'll see how many people are in this rink.
Yeah.
The place will be packed. It's a big, high energy environment
Sure.
the whole time. There's
Yep.
a lot of stuff going on.
All right. Well,
Let's talk Jake Nanna.
All right.
This isn't your only sport. What else do you play?
I play lacrosse. Too.
And which one do you put, one or two? What's your favorite?
I'd say hockey's one.
Yeah. You enjoying the lacrosse?
Yeah, completely, definitely enjoy lacrosse, but I don't get the same excitement going out to a lacrosse practice that I do stepping out.
How much do you take from both of those to each other? Like, how much do you take from hockey into that and vice versa?
So one of the big things that I feel like carries over is the physical aspect of it, the positioning, working with, because a lot of the kids on the hockey team do play lacrosse, so I'm with them that whole time too. That helps with our bonding. Like Brayton Conrad being new, he's on the lacrosse team. I've played with him for years,
Right.
so that like kind of mixes him in already type thing. So I feel like not only the bonds but the physical play also carries over between the two.
well, super. Hey, Papa T's giving up the signal. We
Yep.
got to.
One final thing, anything you want to say to Sailor Nation sports fans out there?
If you want to see a good hockey game, Seashores come out on top. Be sure to pop out at Lakeshore 3:30 on Saturday.
Saturday afternoon.
There you got it, Saturday against Reese Buffett.
Nanna. Buddy, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Sailor Nation Sports Network, we're back, and we are bringing in the captain, Mr. Ty Langlais. Ty, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
So tell us about this season. What's got you excited about this season?
I'm just really excited about the group we have this year. I feel like we have a special group and a lot of talented kids.
Are you a senior this year?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How long have you been playing hockey?
Probably since I was about 4 or 5.
Okay. So you're one of those that was pretty much as soon as you could stand up, just about you're wanting to skate.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
We asked some of the other players too. Is that pretty similar with everybody that you're playing with? Start pretty young.
Basically, there's a few that started a little later, but
I got a question for you. First of all, congratulations on the C. What does the C mean? First of all,
captain.
you're captain.
Yeah.
How did you earn the C?
Honestly, it was a coach's decision.
Okay.
So all our coaches decided who would be basically the leader of our team this year.
Congratulations. How long have you been playing Shores hockey?
This will be my 4th year.
This is your 4th year. Did you do some of the other travel hockey prior to Shores
Yep.
as well?
Yep.
Tell us about that experience.
It was definitely a good experience, but I have enjoyed high school a lot more than my travel days.
Why? What's special about playing and representing this right here in the jersey you're wearing, son?
It's just a different feeling going to school knowing all your teammates are at the same school as you rather than diverse from other schools.
Do you guys wear your jerseys to school sometimes, ever?
No.
Okay, so like game day, does coach say, hey, you got to wear this, you got to dress up?
Home games we'll be wearing our suits to school, and then
Very
away
nice.
games we'll have our warm-ups on.
Very nice, very nice.
Going into the season, who do you see as your toughest opponent?
I gotta say Byron Center.
Okay, and that is because of
They took
last
us
year.
out in regionals. Yep.
So you guys have some sights, some
Yeah.
bullseyes
Do
going
you
on.
play them during the regular season?
We do. It's our 5th game.
Boy, he knew that right away. It's game number 5. We've got that.
There is a
circled right there.
calendar with a
Where
red
do you
circle
have 'em,
around.
here
it.
or there?
There. It's
You
at
got
their
'em there.
rink. Yep.
And it's just a one-time shot
We'll
with
play
them
'em
right
once.
there. Well, that'll give you a benchmark to see where you're at either side. You know, hey, we're either really good or we've got some room
Yeah.
to improve on
For
versus
sure.
them.
For sure.
Yeah,
position
conference-wise?
I'm a right winger.
Okay.
Okay. Conference-wise, who's tough in the conference? Who's in the conference? It's not like in football. You and I could rattle
It's so
on-
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just so
Yeah, it
different. I take it
changes
Puffer
yearly.
is.
Nope, they're not in our conferences.
They're not.
No.
division though. They are in
They're
Division
one,
2.
Yep, but they're one like conference lower than us this year.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's-
I think we got like
it's
Central, Northern
Yeah.
Eastern, GRCC. I don't remember.
and maybe a couple.
Yeah.
Tell us about the coaching staff.
I enjoy them a lot.
Do ya?
Definitely.
Yep. Coach mentioned that one of the assistants is the nice guy. Who's the nice assistant? Is there a nice assistant on the staff?
Got to be Coach Renovich.
Okay.
Got to be Coach Renovich.
All right.
All right.
What-
Well, he'll see this. So
Yeah, now he's going to see this, and he's going to love you even more for doing that. What makes him the nice guy?
He's just, they're all nice. It's just
Okay.
one, is our defensive coach / conditioning coach for on the ice. So not many guys.
Okay.
It's just
right.
All of them are nice.
Okay, they're all nice, but who's the guy that you really don't want to upset? That's really gonna
Villeneuve, Coach Billy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't want to make him angry.
No.
Well, there's always got to be one of those guys.
No, there's got to be one of those guys.
Ty, you got an opportunity to say anything you'd like to Sailor Nation out there. What would you like to say?
Just come out and support us this season. All students get in for free, so all home games.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us,
Thanks
Ty.
for joining us, buddy. We want to wish you the best of luck.
We're going to be looking forward to covering a lot of Sailor hockey.
And we're going to be up in the UP covering that game live for everybody, so it'll be fun. Have a good one, Ty. Thanks, buddy.
We'll be right back with another player. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sailor Nation Sports Network here, doing some great interviews with the hockey team, and now we have Mr. Isaac Habitler wearing the A, assistant captain. Isaac, thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, no problem.
So tell us, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
And what position do you play?
I play defense.
All right. You enjoy defense?
Yeah, I do. I got moved there sophomore year. I used to be at forward, but now I'm defense. Yeah.
Do you miss the goals? Is that you might miss scoring the goals?
Yeah.
Why the move? Why the move from forward to defense? You're just a tough guy and you know how to check and just defend?
I guess I pass the puck well and see the ice better than some, so they moved me back to play defense
to set up the offense.
Right.
Gotcha.
And sometimes having that familiarity of what's needed up there in the right wings and the forward positions gives you a little bit of an advantage. And team-wise, it probably helps out a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. So, Habitler. Habitler is a name that is known around the Mona Shore Sailors hockey history for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. Tell me all the people in your family that you know of that have played hockey before you.
Steve Habitler, he used to be a coach for the program a while back. And then J.D. Habitler played. My brother that just graduated played. And probably more.
Yeah, there probably is, but those are the ones that I know about too. Is there anything with the Habitler name that you feel pretty proud of bringing that in with all of these people? It's a pretty historied story.
Well, it's got a good family tree, and you're part of this tree here, the legacy that is your family.
Yeah, Steve, he was huge for the program, so I'm proud to be his great-grandson or great whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what I am. And then
you're on the tree.
Yeah. And then my brother TJ, I'm super proud to be his brother because he's just like the better version of me, I guess. Like he
really, you think so?
Yeah, he just does everything better than me.
That's pretty special.
And
who's going to follow? Now you're a junior, so you have one more year. Is there a Habitler?
Habitler. Habitler. He has a hard time saying.
It's horrible. Who's behind you that might be carrying on the tree? Are there younger brothers, cousins?
My little brother, he's in 8th grade right now. He'll be on the team next year.
Wow.
So I'll be able to play with him for
what separates you from everybody else? What's your style of play that separates it?
I'm not much of a goal scorer, believe it or not. I like to pass the puck more than score. I like setting up the play.
Yeah,
that's what I like to do.
That's going back on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Who's your biggest opponent this year?
I would say Byron Center for me.
Pretty much everybody's saying.
Pretty much everybody's saying.
Everybody has that 5th game circled on the calendar to make sure that everybody's ready for that.
We want to get them back for what they did for us last season.
Well, we just found out too. You guys haven't beat Reese Puffer in 3 years.
Yeah.
What makes them so good?
I guess it's just a rivalry game.
It just brings out the best in everybody. Yeah.
The intensity of those games are just more than any other game, and they just seem to get the edge on us most games. So.
Wow.
Your brother is back helping coach.
Yes.
How does that feel?
I like it because he still gets to give me advice while coaching other people, and I just like having him in the locker room with us.
Yeah, and he's working with the goalies, right? Which is part of the defense, which is part where you're all encompassing in with that group. So he's really coaching you as well as, hey, if he makes a save, it goes this way. This is what we've got to do.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Do you see yourself next year, this final year, senior year, all these kids that play sports in their final year, Do you have like a list of things, a checklist of things that you want to accomplish before you graduate, Shores?
Well, the ultimate one is a state championship. And then just to, I guess, give people advice, like to make my teammates better at the end of the day. That's really my goal, is what to do.
Fantastic.
Bringing a state championship is everyone's goal. If we were to divide the state right in half from north to south, who represents the West? Is Brother Rice the team to beat in the East?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's the team to beat in the West? Is it Byron Center still?
Yeah, I'd say it's the Byron Center and Byron Center pretty much.
Is there a team up north, Traverse City, Marquette, Escanaba? I mean, those are traditionally tough schools as well. But is Byron Center, for some reason, the heart of the west side of the state right now?
They just have been for the past few years. They
really
got a wave of talent that came in.
Yeah.
Traverse City Central is also a pretty good team lately.
God, they're really good in football this year because they're in the quarter. Yeah. They're going to make a neat run.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Any last words that you would like to say to the fans at Sailor Nation Sports Network?
I'd just like to say we have a good group of guys this year for our team, and come out and support us, and
You got it, buddy.
Mr. Habitler, thanks for joining us here in this interview.
Thanks for having us.
And we look forward to covering your games.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, back with another player here shortly. And we're back, Sailor Nation sports fans, with Mr. Colin Jackson. Colin, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior. And what position do you play?
Defense.
Defense. Do you like defense?
Love it.
And you play opposite of Mr. Habitler? Or are you on a different line?
Different line.
Okay. All right.
Line.
You're wearing the A. What does the A signify, and how'd you earn it?
My teammates voted on it, so I'm very honored for them. And for the A means to me is just to show the teammates like
leadership skills. Leadership. A good role model. You're a leader. Yeah, and the A stands for alternate?
Yeah. Assistant.
Yep.
Assistant
captain.
Assistant captain. Well, congratulations,
Thank
young
you.
man. That's great. Question for you. Good run last year. Not team, your expectations this year.
This year.
How far?
All the way.
All the way.
I think our team, the players we brought in from this year, we picked up a lot of good players, and I believe that we can do it. If we put in the hard work, we go every practice every day, I think we can do it.
Go ahead.
Let me ask one because I may have a senior moment here, all right? And I'm going to forget it, okay? You're the second person that said the players we brought in. Somebody said the players that want to play with us. Which is it? You can only pick one. Is it the guys that came back? Is it because they wanted to, because of the culture, or did Coach Benedict and Yerson say, hey, we want you to come play for Shores? Which one is it?
I think it's the players' decision. I think they wanted to come here because they saw the amount of talent that we have and the amount of just like how far we
you
go.
look at your coaches. Who wouldn't want to play for that guy over there? Who wouldn't want to play for Papa T? Who wouldn't want to play for a high-level program like you've got here?
Our coaches push us every single day to make us
right, and the culture has changed. It's like what Coach Kozak did with football. You go from cake eaters to D2 back-to-back state champions, and he gets the very best out of every player, and that's what your staff is doing right now, son.
Yeah.
You love playing hockey. It's obvious. How long have you been playing hockey?
Starting probably when I was 3.
3 years old. You love playing hockey. So the hockey, the game, the sport is something. What about the family portion of hockey, the teammate stuff? What do you love the most?
Our bond. Our bond is very strong this year, and our bond's going to bring us together and play together as a team. It's going to bring us very far.
You know, and you focused on wanting to win that state championship. But the first game is this Saturday, and it's against a Reese Puffer team that apparently you guys haven't beat in 3 years.
They've had your number 3 years in a row.
And you guys are good, which means they're good as well.
Exactly.
What in that bond is going to help you get through this Saturday with a victory?
The connection, how we can play together as a team, the puck movement, and just the smartness we have this year.
Excellent.
Health-wise, how healthy are you? I see there's one guy, broken wrist or
Brooks
something.
Robinson, our last scrimmage, we have a scrimmage every year. He got hit and landed on it wrong and broke it. So.
And he played what position?
He was forward center.
Wow. Big loss?
Yeah, he was a hard worker.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
So, as a junior, correct?
Senior.
Or you're a senior,
You're a
that's right.
senior,
Last
wow.
one was a junior. As a senior, what parting advice are you giving the juniors, the sophomores that might be on the team, as a senior on this team going through last year, which was COVID and the loss of Brennan, and what are you passing down?
No matter what happens this year, keep working. It's always going to be there for you. If we don't lose, if we do lose, you keep working next year. Make it even harder for yourself. Keep pushing yourself. But this year, I believe we can do it.
Yeah.
God, I mean, that's a great story. And your role, not only as a player, but you're a leader out there. You know if the chips are down. You know you have to rally. You can't go to this level. You've got to stay up here, son.
Yeah.
I want to wish you the very best.
You've got another opportunity, one last opportunity to say anything you want to the Sailor Nation sports fans out there. What do you want to say?
I just want to say come support this year. We're going to have a great year, and we're going to run it.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you, sir. We'll be right back with one more player after this. Thank you, Sailor Nation sports fans. We are back again, and one and final interview with Mr. Trent Benedict. Trent, thanks for joining us here for this interview. Appreciate you being here. Why don't you tell everybody out there what year you are and what position you play?
I'm a junior. I play left wing.
And we were having a little discussion off camera, the similarity with your name and the coach's name. Is there any connection there?
Yeah, he's my father.
So
He's my dad.
Is he harder on you than the other players?
No, not really.
No.
Treats us all the same. It's a little different, at home than the rink. Once we're at the rink,
you got a little bit more than the old man's got right there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much right there. Yeah.
He's struggling over there.
Yeah, he's struggling. Yeah, but that's okay. Tell us about this upcoming season.
Oh, I'm excited for it. We're looking pretty good. Should be fun.
Do you have expectation? What's your expectation?
To make it past the regional final this year.
Okay. And who's your biggest opponent? Who's the toughest opponent?
Hopefully it's either Heartland or Brother Race.
Because that would be on the other side of the state.
Yeah.
I like that. I actually
What
like
about on this side of the state? Who's going to be, I was talking to the other man, you divided east and west, right?
Yeah.
Brother Rice, Heartland on the east. Who's on the west? That is going to give you a serious run.
Hopefully we give Byron Center a serious run, not the other way around.
Yeah.
But
I like that.
Byron Center, probably.
Right, and you get to play them this year during the regular season too.
Yes, we do.
It'll be a good benchmark for you then to see where or how good or where you need work, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trent, how long have you been playing hockey?
13, 14 years.
So basically is pretty much
And
as
you're
long
how
as you
old
can
now?
stand up, right?
17.
So, God, yeah.
So as soon as you can put skates on, you've had them on and you've been going.
Pretty much.
We've asked this a couple other people. What about hockey? I mean, the sport. Obviously, you like the sport. But what else about hockey is really important to you?
Just the game itself, just everything about it. The brotherhood, just the family aspect of it.
Do you think that the brotherhood, the bond that you guys, and many people talk about it as a bond, do you think the bond, especially last year with COVID and the loss of Brennan, do you think that is a powerhouse for going into this season?
Yes, I do.
And how far do you think just even that? I mean, the talent. We talk about the talent on this team. We've mentioned it. Coaches mentioned it. Some of the people coming back. Add that bond to that talent. Let's just look at the very first game. Reese Puffer.
And a team you haven't beaten 3 years.
Do you think?
Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
Phil,
no,
that's okay.
but it's reality. Yeah,
We're talking
son,
about it.
No. Dad's on the line here. How long has Dad been coaching here now?
Too long, I don't know. 8, 9 years.
So basically, the last 3 years he hasn't been able to beat Reese Puffer. I mean, I'm going to call it the way it is right here. Dad can't beat Reese Puffer.
It's not the coach's job, it's the player's job for sure.
Well, I understand, but the coaches put you in a position to win the game. Obviously, there's a breakdown here.
This is spoken like a true coach, right?
Yeah,
here, taking responsibility.
Coach Kozak hires me to win games. I don't win games. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
What about this bond is gonna make that change this Saturday?
Oh, just would do anything for each other, block a shot, take a big hit. anything.
Do you see it happening? Do you see that streak coming to an end for Reese Puffer?
Absolutely.
I really get that feeling from this group
I
of
do
players
too.
that this is a special group. Last year was a special group. This is even more of a special group, and I think that it's because of the season and the player additions, and even with the losses of some of the players that you had to adjust to, this has really made this season a very special group. So
You got voted on to wear the A.
I did.
Why do you think the players voted one of the A's is on you? Why? What is it about you that your teammates saw to put you in this title and position?
I believe I could lead by example on and off the ice.
When the chips are down, are you going to be able to bring them up?
Absolutely. It's not just me, though. It's all of our captains and the guys that aren't the captains. We need to bring each other up,
Yeah. Who's the toughest coach on the team?
Coach Villy.
Yeah, that's
Coach
yeah.
Why?
Who's the nice
He cares
guy?
about us.
Yeah.
The nice guy?
Who's the nice coach on the
Skipper.
team?
Coach Skip.
Coach Skip.
Coach Skip.
I know
What
she
makes
didn't say
Coach
your
Skip-
dad.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dan's a mute point. He doesn't even coach a position, for heaven's sake.
I know. What's
I mean, he's head coach. He's got this guy. He's got this guy. And then he's got a great board. And then he's got Papa T.
All right, Nick, what are we talking about over here?
Listen, we love your day. And God bless you guys got a well-lubed machine right here. Our expectation from Sailor Nation Sports is way up there too, and it should be for you because you've got great coaches, you got Papa T, you got a board, and you got the community, son.
We got everything we need. All the pieces. Just got to put the puzzle together.
You got to put the puzzle together on the rink, don't you?
Yep.
Well, we certainly want to wish you the very, very best.
Trent, you've got a game this Saturday. Hope everybody is able to come out and watch it, support you. It's the Student Appreciation Day. You've got a one-more opportunity before we say goodbye to say anything you want to Sailor Nation fans out there.
Wear white Saturday, 3:30.
There you go.
White.
Sailor Nation, we have had an absolute awesome opportunity to be here today. It's been a pleasure. I've really learned a lot from the team, through the coaches, through the student athletes that we've been talking to. It's been really fun.
Well, just to talk to these guys one-on-one is just amazing.
It really has, and we're really excited and looking forward to being able to go to Marquette. We're traveling with the team to Marquette to be able to broadcast that entire weekend live. So we're going to bring it back to you guys at Sailor Nation Sports Network, and we truly look forward to being able to do that. Any final words there, Nick?
No, I just, hey, come out Saturday.
Yeah.
As a coach, you never want to lose your first game of the year. You don't want to lose your last game because those are the ones that stick with you forever.
Absolutely.
So come out, cheer these guys on. It's Crosstown rival. It's bragging rights. You grew up with each other. It doesn't get any better than this right there, does it, to start your season with a crosstown rival?
Absolutely.
Come on and join them, folks.
For Mr. Nick Davros and Mr. Kim and Kotis, myself, Joe Kanukin, thanks for joining us for this Sailor Nation broadcast production.